All right, my friends, it's another video time, and let's see what we have here. An interesting tweet has just kind of surfaced right in front of me, and I figured the best time to cover it is now. This is a tweet from Black Girl Gamers. As you likely recall from my previous video, they basically put out a call saying that people who tried to discuss their supposed hiring discrepancies would be subject to a potential lawsuit. I know they've already sent a cease and desist to WDW Pro. I apologize if I got that wrong. I don't have it right here in front of me and my brain mixes up letters. After that, Gothix spoke out about her involvement with Black Girl Gamers and another community called The Cookout. Well, in response to that, Black Girl Gamers has posted what they are calling their response. It is and I hate saying this, a 33-part tweet thread, which no judgment. I am going to present in exactly the way they have it presented here. I'm going to probably keep my personal comments to a minimum until the end. Some will likely slip out in the middle just because that's the way my brain works. But we're going to slog through this together and see what it says. Here we go. Part 1. First off, we want to thank you all for the outpour support. It's truly heartwarming to see our work has touched people from all backgrounds and has had an impact. Okay, nothing there. This is a thread of Gothix TV's engagement with Black Girl Gamers from 2017 to the present, featuring her interactions with the Cookout community, which has since dissolved. Fortunately, both communities documented our engagement with Gothix TV, and contrary to previous statements that Gothix TV made, she was never recruited to Black Girl Gamers. She voluntarily left the community in 2019. Receipts are enclosed. Here is Gothix TV was never recruited by Black Girl Gamers. In October 2017, Gothix joined BGG after learning about the community, as many of our members do, via social media and word of mouth. Community members do not equal employment/contractor. Hey everyone, I don't think I've ever had the chance to say anything here yet. Major lurk mode activated, but my name is Vanessa and I'm new to the streaming land. I mainly do horror games in my channel, but sometimes I dabble in simulators/shooters. I don't have a set schedule right now, but hopefully that will be changing soon, as I'm trying to get more organized and improve the overall quality of my stream without being super overwhelmed while trying to balance life/streaming. I hope to chat with some of y'all. Twitch.tv/Gothix model. This is someone they have blanked out, approved Vanessa's request to join the group. Upon joining, it is important to note that she had agreed to adhere to our community guidelines, which prohibit the exhibition of anti-blackness, transphobia, respectability politics, and discrimination against religion, culture, sexual orientation, and gender in the community. This says, be kind and courteous. We are all in this together to create a welcoming environment. Let's treat everyone with respect. Healthy debates are natural, but kindness is required. Disrespect is prohibited. Complete the guide and check the announcement tabs. Upon entry, you land on the guide page and are tagged in the welcome post. Please complete the guides. Completely. Everything, including FAQ, is covered in these two spaces to keep you up to date with the rules of the BGG space. Introduce yourself. BGG is a great community filled with various types of women. It would be great if, upon entry into BGG, you can introduce yourself, your fave platforms, games, your gamer tag only permitted in this post, and so we can welcome you properly. No hate speech or bullying. Bullying of any kind is prohibited. Negative comments of anti-blackness, transphobia, respectability politics, religion, culture, orientation, gender, disability, or identity are not tolerated. BGG is a growing community, and your continuous support of the changes and growth it goes through is amazing. Please note that this community is run out of our own time, and monetary support is highly appreciated. You can support via Patreon donations, Twitch, or buying from the store. While she was in the community, Black Girl Gamers supported and uplifted Gothix TV, and she reciprocated their support. However, she was never a freelancer, contractor, or employee. I guess this is examples of the positive things they said. This is why you can't take me places. And some video. Amazing, you're absolutely right. Let me live. Okay. I had an awesome time chatting with Level Photo. We talked about the struggles of being a woman of color on Twitch and gave virtual fist bump to both the Cookout POC and official BBG. Hope you enjoy. And here's that. And here's them applying for Twitch partner and Gothix saying good luck. When Gothix TV also experienced racism from the gaming community, our private community was a safe space for her and supported her. This further clarifies why our private community exists, so that when our members experience this behavior, they have a safe space to retreat to. So here she is, feeling irritated. Hey queens, I apologize if this is not allowed, so please delete if necessary. So I'm a Twitch streamer, and last night was absolutely horrendous. I try not to let things bother me. I actually have really thick skin, but racism in particular really irks me. Yesterday, I legitimately had to ban 10 people within an hour who kept using variations of N-word threatening me because of the color of my skin. I totally understand that trolls come and go through Twitch as it comes with the territory. What I'm completely astonished by is that I have over 10 variations of the N-word assigned to my chatbot, so it will auto-block the chatter for saying one of these words. Basically, just clever ways some could write the N-word that I've compiled over the last few months where this has happened. I'm curious, do any streamers in here have an extensive list for their bots I'm creating, or other safety measures aside from endless mods? I turned myself off at some point. Screw it, I'm leaving it in, because I don't know when I lost myself. So this is deleted user. So some racist trolls came into my Twitch stream, not today, Satan, and I guess this is supposed to be her. It says deleted user, but it is a YouTube video from Gothix model how to deal with Twitch trolls. In response to Gothix TV's questions about tips on safely streaming on April 11th, 2018, a BGG admin suggested streaming under our FKA Twitch community team. By definition, it is voluntarily to stream to a Twitch community, and you are not employed contracted by BGG. So this is in response to that last post that we saw. Hey hun, some tips on how BGG can help you curate a more friendly community. Stream to the Black Girls Gamers Twitch community, post in the Discords and pin post when you're about to stream. Streaming to the Twitch community meant you stream on your own channel with an association to BGG. The Twitch team did not stream on the official BGG Twitch channel. Members who wished to stream to the BGG Twitch community could, as long as they adhered to the BGG rules. Later in 2018, the founder of Black Girl Gamers was invited to attend TwitchCon San Jose, California by Any.Key.org. Since BGG's founder lived in the UK, it was her first and only time attending TwitchCon. When the founder of Black Girls Gamers attended TwitchCon with Any.Key, she took pictures with several BGG members whom she ran into at the event, including Gothix TV, as this is how we show love as a community. All right, Black Girl Gamers, I love meeting BBG members. Our community is dope because of you. Carbon copy Gothix, other people, and she said she loved meeting you. This picture is going to be harder to show. It's kind of stretched out. You could kind of tell it came off of Twitter. I will link the Twitter thread in the comment so you can check this out yourself. This is one half of it. This would be the picture that Gothix posted earlier on her own thread when she was talking about Black Girl Gamers. Here's the other half of that with the tweet in it. I love meeting Black Girl Gamers, our community. So same thing, just spread out with the picture. It was such a pleasure to work with that Any.Key.org at TwitchCon. So many folks signed up for the GLF pledge one by one, making streaming and gaming a more inclusive and fair place. In July 2019, following the casting announcement of The Little Mermaid, Gothix shared tweets about Ariel's casting, sparking controversy on Twitter. On July 6, 2019, Gothix messaged the Cookout expressing her belief that it was best to part ways with them due to the alleged harassment that she had been receiving because of her Little Mermaid tweet. Please note, BGG and the Cookout are separate communities. While a few members might have dual membership, someone in BGG might not be in the Cookout, and vice versa. Although the Cookout no longer exists, the following records of their interactions with Gothix were retained due to comments she had been making after she voluntarily departed from the community. In this message to the Cookout, Gothix TV also initially stated she felt that most of the harassment she had been receiving was from members of the Cookout, and in later messages she clarified that she was unsure. She did not reference BGG at all. Alright, so here we have Gothix. So I was talking to Lila to see if it would be best to part ways from the Cookout. After my tweet yesterday, I've been hit with a lot of hate, and the majority of the people were from the Cookout. Lila mentioned she stepped down as admin, so if you would like me to leave, I'll respect that. I've just never found it possible to call another black person those words or insult someone else's partner, to name a few of the messages, because of an opposing view that was misinterpreted tenfold. Here's a response from somebody blacked out. Sorry, I'm just getting back with you. Comcast decided to cut off my service last night. Been a long 24 hours. Well, I have always been an advocate for POC having a safe space to express themselves freely as long as it's in an agreement with code of conduct. We don't support or condone bullying, name-calling, or any kinds of threats. The power of words isn't lost on you or myself, so I can understand why that would be upsetting. If you have been harassed in this way, then I need evidence of the harassment so that it can be addressed with the community moving forward. Please feel free to send me any screenshots or other evidence of harassment, and I will address the community tomorrow. As far as you being part of the community, I'm not going to ask you to leave the Cookout based on you having an opposing opinion on The Little Mermaid. Words I never thought I would have to say out loud. But if you feel like like enough isn't being done after the issue is addressed, then feel free to let me know. If you would prefer to leave the community at any point, feel free to reach out to me as well. Gothix said, hey, thanks for writing me back. Here's what I have. I don't know if all of the screenshots were from the people in the cookout specifically. The problem is a lot more, but I'm too drained to go through it and sort it. The cookout expressed that they do not condone harassment and would address the matter once she provided evidence. They also expressed that they wouldn't ask her to leave the community due to her point of view, referenced image above this tweet. On July 8th, 2019, Gothix was removed from Black Girl Gamers Twitch community for violating our rules while streaming. She wasn't fired or removed for the community at that point. She was just no longer allowed to associate her personal channel with BGG. All right, so here's Gothix has been removed from the Twitch team. She's currently making problematic statements on her stream. On July 9th, 2019, Gothix TV informed the cookout that she was voluntarily leaving. They informed her that while most of the tweets she received were from the general Twitter community and not the members of the cookout, they would still address the community. So, hey, I just wanted to give you the courtesy and let you know that I left the cookout. I was watching some of the comments in stream, and it's clear that I'm not wanted. Thank you for being a great leader, but I don't think it's a good fit for me anymore. Whoever's been blocked out. All right, I understand your decision. I'm still going to address things with the community a bit more this weekend for those that couldn't make the stream, because I don't think the way things escalated was okay and is disappointing. A lot of the evidence involved non-members, but some things I saw on the timeline that you didn't include did involve some of them or commented on stuff as well. I do want to say that I believe that some folk are open to a respectful discussion, and maybe there's things that can be learned moving forward. Every opinion on either end isn't always the extreme or hostile. I planned on reaching out to you after stream anyway, but I just wanted to say it's important to keep in mind that as you grow, so does your platform, and whether you have any intention to cause harm or not, you have to be mindful of how others can weaponize things you say and use them to harm others. You have to be very careful. If it can be misinterpreted or needs a follow-up, maybe Twitter isn't the best place for it. It's not just cancel culture mentality involved. From people that I talk to, some say they feel more betrayed by your stance on other things beyond this Ariel thing. Because of that sentiment, they lashed out while emotional because they were hurt in some ways by previous comments. It doesn't make lashing out the right thing to do at all, but I do think it's worth keeping in mind that if some people feel that passionate, that there may be more to it than just wanting to cancel you. I've seen some of these people in your chat at one time or another, and I've seen them mention your name in a positive light before in other streams, so it may not be entirely a hater situation for them. I also know it's easier to focus on those that support you wholeheartedly and dismiss the rest when it's potentially negative, but healthy, respectful criticism can be beneficial, and admitting a mistake doesn't make a person weak, and that statement goes beyond this situation. That being said, you or anyone else isn't going to want to discuss any issue when you feel mistreated or attacked, which I've explained to the others. Twitter is terrible for healthy discourse, so I think stepping back and setting up a way to talk respectfully on a different platform with folks who respect you enough to come at you correctly about an issue would help if you ever run into this kind of situation again. I hope that we as a community learn to be kind to one another and extend that kindness beyond our own spaces as well. Additionally, the cookout also explained that the community wasn't upset just because of the Ariel casting, but also due to previous comments she had made. Up to that point, many members of the cookouts had mentioned Gothix in a positive light. The cookout tried to mitigate the situation. However, Gothix TV still chose to leave their community of her own accord on July 9th, 2019. The same day that Gothix left the cookout, she also voluntarily left the BGG community before we could reach out. Here's the info that BGG admin sees for Gothix TV's profile versus another member that was removed by BGG later in 2019 due to spamming. Oh, here's this one. And here's this one that was removed. This says left the group. This says was removed. October 1st, 2019, following her voluntary exit from BGG, Gothix messaged our Twitter page alleging harassment by members of BGG and the cookout on Twitter. We requested details about the individuals involved to investigate. She didn't respond and subsequently blocked BGG. Gothix, hey there, this is for Jay. I'm not sure if she runs this Twitter account, but I need you to pass this along for her. I've been getting harassed for months from your members as well as members from the cookout, and it seems the only thing that was done about it from BBG specifically was me being removed from the Twitch team. I'm going to copy and paste the message that I sent for context, so I appreciate your attention. Hey, I just wanted to send you a courtesy email before I start publicly speaking about my experiences with the cookout. Ideally, I would appreciate you to take some action to address this further, as nothing has changed since I initially alerted you to the harassment I was getting on Twitter/Twitch. This entire weekend at TwitchCon, I heard from numerous cookout folks that they were getting harassed for coming to my meetup or getting confronted via DM because they are still associating with me. For more, there's part of this. Did I miss part of that? This appears to have part of the message missing. But here we have opinions. This is not what I signed up for when I was told the Cookout was an inclusive community. There is nothing that you or anyone can say to justify any of this hostility over a tweet where I stated an opinion. I am okay with people stating theirs and letting me know they don't agree with me. I am not okay with being personally attacked for it. I am really sorry, blank, for bringing this up, but enough is enough. I'll be sending a message to Black Girl Gamers as well, as you both share a lot of the same community members in question. Hey Gothix, I'm sorry to hear this, and I am keen to investigate further. Can you let me know the individuals involved? And then you can no longer send direct messages. Since Gothix blocked us and never responded to our message requesting the names of the individuals involved, it prevented Black Girl Gamers from launching a formal investigation into her allegations. Now we go into part 2. Additionally, we wanted to ensure that Gothix TV assertion that the people allegedly harassing her were in fact BGG members, as just because someone is a Black woman in the gaming space does not mean they are a member of BGG. When she began spreading false narratives about the Cookout and Black Girl Gamers, as if both communities hadn't previously tried to address her concerns when they were raised actively. Please refer to previous thread. All right, this is, hey Twitch, I love you, but I've got something to say. And here within this thing is, so it's Black History Month on Twitch and I am here for it. What I am not here for is rewarding some of the streamers who participated in a public hate mob toward me, which, by the way, left a lasting impression on my mental health. These same streamers who preach inclusiveness had no problems publicly calling me that word and those other words, or editing a Donald Trump hat on my photos for the sake of boosting their Twitter impressions. I want inclusiveness. I want diversity. I want acceptance. But there's a certain way to go about achieving these goals without making a POC feel like they are not Black enough. And then disparity, sorry this happened to you. If I'm thinking about the same group, I was a part of them for a mere 2 weeks until I noticed who they were. Glad you are standing up to them. Vanessa says, it was the Cookout and Black Girl Gamers. I've already told them months ago that I'd be speaking publicly about my experience with them, so neither group should be surprised about me saying any of this stuff. Throughout 2020, Gothix continued to smear the reputation of BGG while admitting that she voluntarily left both BGG and the Cookout despite their efforts to address her concerns. This is when both communities made the collective decision to begin documenting. This says couple of things. It's Black Girl Gamers, names blocked out, May 29th, 2020, 1:23 a.m. Hey, blank, couldn't sleep last night on account of that Twitch partner harassing BGG again. Clip below. You can access the full video that will play from that clipped section onward by clicking Watch Full Video. And then here's the clip. Her rant fizzles out about an hour 50 onward. She posted this on the same day that I released the Summit Saved the Date. Same as before, she started up again when the Marvel podcast dropped. Link to the podcast here. I'm working with the Cookout to collate screenshots in a G drive of her tweets and behavior. None of those tweets she read out are recognized by me, and also she doesn't say the name. If any of my fellow Black creators are curious about the Cookout org or Black Girl Gamers, let it be known that they turned a blind eye to colorism and harassment because their members felt I was problematic. This is me undoing months of advocacy for them, and it feels good. I found a community trailer for the Cookout and BGG. If this isn't funny to you, then stop normalizing this behavior. And then it says, woke woman be like, and I'm pretty sure it's some kind of TikTok video or something. Oh no, sorry, it's a YouTube video. It's probably short. Again, before we could remove Gothix TV, she removed herself voluntarily from Black Girl Gamers on July 9th, 2019 and disregarded our efforts to investigate her harassment allegations. And this is just the same screenshot as before. On May 29th, 2020, during a dispute during Gothix TV and Twitter users over her remarks concerning George Floyd, we advised the community not to engage with Gothix TV and to block, unfollow, or mute her posts if they were triggering. Here, thoughts please. This is a formal announcement. You must read this. A lot of you have already seen on Twitter there has been, yet again, some engagement back and forth with a former member of the community. If you see anything involving Gothix TV on social media, we ask for the safety of the community, please do not engage. We recommend that if you don't like what's being said, please block, unfollow, mute at this time. Since 2020, BGG has not heard from Gothix TV until this week, when she went on a publicity run promoting her documentary while continuing to admit the fact that she left both communities voluntarily to create a perception that is beneficial to her personal gain. Our silence up until now should demonstrate our lack of ill will towards Gothix. However, in her pursuit of success, we can't permit her to defame BGG or distort the truth by scrubbing her own accounts and admitting what truly happened when she speaks publicly about BGG. Too long, didn't read. Gothix joined and left BGG voluntarily. She wasn't an employee, we don't have those, or freelancers. She violated our community guidelines, which she agreed to. When she raised alleged harassment post community exit, she blocked us, hindering our investigation. And then this says, we hope this clarifies the relationship between Gothix and BGG. This is the first and last time we will address this, and you have the receipts. I'm not gonna lie, I have a lot of thoughts here. For one, for the love of God, this didn't need to be 33 tweets. Second, initial right off the top of my head, which you guys get to watch me scroll since I decided to talk while scrolling. What is missing here? This says, I can see for more, and I think that says context. But past that, we can't read. And then the only thing we can see here is opinions. So either they need to go back and reclip that so that they give a full, honest account, or there is something else that they've left out. I don't know. I don't necessarily recall Gothix ever saying she was kicked out. I could be wrong there. They don't really provide anything about that. I will say they spend a lot of time saying she didn't provide any proof. She does in fact provide a Google Drive of proof, and they do go on to say in their own thing that a lot of it seemed to be generalized community, but they did see people who were in fact involved. So there's a lot of hinky interpretation to be had here. And personally, I am very curious to see how Gothix will respond, and I have no doubt that she will very likely respond. She does have her documentary, which I've been meaning to watch anyway, because she says she has the receipts, and I honestly don't doubt that. I honestly do not doubt that she has the receipts. We will see how this unfolds. For now, I guess I'm just going to give you the facts because I don't feel like there's a lot of room for opinion just yet. I have some opinions, but my general opinion is that what they are presenting isn't necessarily incorrect, but it feels very skewed in their favor, which, you know, everybody's going to do that. They're going to present the information they have in their favor to make themselves look as positive as possible. But at the same time, watching their behavior and everything else, I can't say I have a lot of goodwill or trust for them. This is what they said. This is what's here, and we'll see what happens. Like I said, I will be on the lookout for Gothix's reaction on this and bring that to you when it occurs. All that said, like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so that you can hear what I read out when Gothix finally does respond. And yeah, I mean, I really guess that's it. I feel kind of odd not saying more of my own stuff, but it is what it is. Thank you guys so much for all of your support so far. Have a great day, and I'll catch y'all later.